Okay. Your stream will be starting soon, and soon is actually right now. The stream has started. Oh, there she goes right there on the screen. What's up, everybody? This is Doggie Diamonds. You see the title of the video. I'm Doggie Diamonds. Let's just introduce yourself to the people who haven't seen you or saw you and forgot about you. Go ahead.
Peace, y'all. It is Natural Mermaid. I am a wellness and spiritual coach in Atlanta, as well as someone who works in the early childcare educational field. And today we're just going to be getting into this Kanye West fiasco.
Fiasco. You know it's funny because that's the only word that I think we can use to describe this rally thing. I need y'all to hit that like too. Yeah, hit the like button. Yeah, you know what? No filter doesn't even belong on the screen because this is not no filter podcast. So let me take this off really quick. I have to pay attention to stuff like that. I'm an idiot when it comes to stuff like. All right, there we go. It's off the screen. So how you like the little background? How you like how I did the little setup and all that? You like? You like?
I'm liking it. It's
Yeah.
real creative.
Yeah, it looks professional, right? It looks like we really you know,
Right, exactly.
yeah, this is the genius of me that I sit around and I work on stuff like this. And I just want my presentation to be A1 at all times, especially if people is going to be donating and contributing and liking and subscribing. I want them to get a full production of what it is that I do, opposed to just sitting on the screen looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? I could sit on the screen and look stupid anyway, but I want to at least have it, all the bells and whistles when I sit there and look dumb. You don't look dumb. I look dumb.
Speaking of bells, you can hit the notification bell as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the super chat is open. The Cash App information is at the bottom. Um the Instagrams are at the bottom. So you see everything. So you have no excuse for not being in contact, staying in contact, and knowing what's going on. So what do we call him today? Yeezus, Kanye, it's funny that Kanye
I
West
mean,
is his
a
actual
lot of
name.
people have been calling him Kanye.
Cool.
Um, I mean, I guess we can just, I don't know what we call him today. I mean, I guess we just call him Ye. I mean, I don't know. It's
Is,
just,
is he a coon
oh,
though? Is he a coon?
I feel like there's layers to that word coon. So a lot of people would consider him that. I more so consider him more so a lost soul that really needs some intervention.
Could I give you my take? I don't know if many people agree with me. But I think it's all an act. I think it's an act. I think um we're in a time where attention is the new currency. The more attention you get, the more popping you get. We see people doing very, very weird and crazy things for attention, right? And then attention brings different numbers because everybody wants to see the train wreck. Everybody wants to see the car crash. Everybody wants to see the train wreck. Everybody want to see all the smut. So when you say certain things and you put it out there, shout out to Mr. D for becoming a sponsor. Oh yeah, when you hit the super chat, your name does come up on the screen. I fixed it to where it's not over her face no more. So I really was in here working for y'all, trying to make this good. But without losing my train of thought. I just think it's an act. I just think that he does stuff because he's going to go viral. So if he says, "Look, I have these new sneakers," it's hit or miss. I'm dropping a new album. It's hit or miss. This is going on. If you notice, every time he says something, he's actually selling something or something he's about to present something. So that's the only time that he comes out and says something. So it's almost like, okay, I'm going to go out there and say what I said about Harriet Tubman, and then everybody's gonna go crazy, right? And then I'm going
Mhm.
to drop my album, or I'm going to drop these new pants, or I'm running for president.
Right.
So it's
Because
all a
he
ploy.
mentioned he has a new album coming out like a week ago.
Yeah, it's all a ploy to me. So, um, so can you break down what he said wrong? What did he say wrong to you? The
Well,
Harriet Tubman. Let's deal with that first.
there were different things that, I mean, with Kanye, it's a lot. It has a lot to do with his delivery, the way that he says things, like the way he delivers things. Like when he said, Harriet Tubman never freed any slaves. All she did was have them work for other white people. It's like the delivery in that is horrible because it completely, discredits the work that she actually did put in. Even if he meant it in a different type of way, it discredits her legacy and the work that she put in because, I mean, during that time period, she wasn't privy to the fact that even though she, freed herself and was trying to free other people, that this other states that they were going to, were going to have sharecropping and Jim Crow and all this other stuff that followed, that some were going to pretend to be free and it was going to still be political stuff taking place. So she was putting in the work, with a good heart. So with him making that statement, even if she freed people and then they ended up, leaving somewhere else and for a moment being free and being recaptured, or for a moment being free and being sold back into slavery, or being sharecroppers, or whatever ended up happening, it just completely discredits the work that she put in and the intention behind freedom. So
I see some.
I have a big issue with him saying that.
I see some people in the chat room. Not many though, but it is a few. And I do pay attention to the chat room. And shout out to Mr. D for the donation. He said that no, they're saying in the chat room that he's partially right and he's not lying about what he said about Harriet Tubman. Now, this is my thing, right? You
Well, see
have
that. Okay, now go on.
you have slavery. Slavery is free labor, right? You don't get paid for slavery. You don't get anything. You are a slave. You get beat, you get whipped, you get raped, pillaged. You get all types of things as being a slave. So even if he says he she took them to work for other white people, well, they didn't work for the white people in the first place that he allegedly
Exactly.
took them from, because they were made to work. It wasn't so if they were freed, right, and went to work for somebody, that means uh they went to get um they were getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They first of all, it's not a speedometer camera, so it is what it is. So if you're looking at that speedometer thing and you're not looking, you don't know that that's an audio meter, that's on you. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna go back and forth with people in the chat room. It is what it is. But yeah, so when you say he took them to other work for other white people, it's not like he went down to the Department of Labor or something like that and say, "Here, I got these slaves. Can you give them a job?"
Exactly.
Because because it's not like it was black business that she could have took them from and said, "Well, here goes a job. I have a job for you." So in the end, his delivery uh is very always lame. And a lot of times I find that he always has something negative to say about black people in these times that
Yeah.
everybody has the attention. It went from George Bush doesn't care about black people to almost saying like black people don't care about black people, but it's always in the face of,
Right.
and I
Because he
wonder,
said, slavery was a choice, but
yeah,
it's like he's just the things that he say and the delivery, but also some of the just blatant ignorant things that he says. Sometimes it's delivery, sometimes it's just ignorance. It just, will have someone to just completely distance themselves from him. Like he's not showing himself to be, an ally in the community. He's not showing himself to be someone that actually is for the cause, or someone that, like, he acts as though he's is so far removed from the struggle because he was out in Calabasas for a long time, and because he married who he married, and got different material successes, he just acts as though he's not from Chicago and as though he's so far removed from the struggle of people that look just like him.
You know what's funny about him though? I admire the fact that he know how to capture the moment. That's not a point. It's very tough to capture the moment, and that's why I said I know it's an act. Like, crying on cue is a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, crying on cue is a gift. So it's like when he started crying, I don't know about y'all. I know it's some people that was like, "Oh, Kanye, don't cry." I started laughing. I was like, "Yo, this dude is he's ill with this." You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I wasn't even gonna say no. Like I didn't even. I was looking like, oh man, this is just crazy to me. And if he was going to say that, right, you have to at least, you can't just make statements. You have to at least qualify your statement, because you're talking to different types of
Exactly.
people who don't get and don't understand what you're saying. And I know for myself, when I speak and I say stuff, I like to be able to speak where a 4-year-old could understand me, and a 40-year-old and an 80-year-old or 14-year-old can understand what I'm saying. So you can't say, well, actually, she didn't free to say, she just took them to work for other white people. Well, they didn't work for the white people originally. They were forced. Well, it's a difference. So
Exactly.
working is different. So I just
Right.
I don't feel sorry for him. Some people feel sorry
No,
for
I
him.
don't either. Because he
Yeah,
got himself into the situation that he's in.
yeah, I don't.
It's like too much wasn't enough. He didn't know when to stop. He was chasing the fame and got himself into the situation that he's in. And I feel like everything that he does, I don't feel like everything is an act with him. I feel like it's a mixture of things. I feel like sometimes it's manic episodes. I feel like sometimes it is MK Ultra malfunction. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
it's a lot of different things going on with him, and I don't feel like it's always an act, because the people, like, this is a prime example, and it shows what happens when a black man doesn't have a black woman in his core life. And I'm going to have to take it to that conversation, because his spiraling down and his downfall started once, he lost his mom, and then he went on to marry who he married. And, you never see him with any black women in his inner circle.
yeah.
You never do. And at his rally that he had last night in South Carolina, the only person that he got into a beef with was the black woman who was asking him a question about gun reform. And, he put the spotlight on her and got upset because he felt like he was being challenged by her questions. And so then he kind of just went to teasing her in front of the crowd and then walked away from the stage. So he's turned into almost just this figurehead that is actually attacking the black community and having issues with the black community, versus more so solutions and remedy. He's just is straddling the fence with it, and it's now isn't the time for that type of wishy-washy behavior.
You know what makes me with him, I see a dude who is grieving, um and doesn't really know how to cope with his grief. And I like I said, to me, I really believe that it's an act. Like I don't care what nobody says. I think it's an act. I think everything he does is to capture the moment of everybody is looking at him and everybody is talking about him, because everybody's gonna be on their podcast, their blog. He's gonna hit um every website, every major website, and he just knows, he just gives you those sound bites, because this is a sound bite. See, it's not it's no explanation. It's just, and then he said out of his mouth he doesn't read. Did you know that?
I heard him say something to that effect. Yeah.
So if you don't read, where do you get your history from? Where do you learn from if you don't read? Like reading is one of the first things that you do as a child, and you learn. And then his mother was an educator. So how could you say you don't read and your mother?
But that's the part that makes me feel like he was doing that for show, because I'm sure that she was, putting some books in front of him and some knowledge and some information, because she was an educator at a HBCU. So I'm sure that he did get some type of reading in. Not just that, but he had to read something while in school. So I feel like Kanye kind of decides to just play victim in a lot of situations and just blatantly lie as well. So he's just got a lot of psychological things going on. And after the rally that he did last night in South Carolina, now they're saying that he's not going to even be on the ballot because of what took place. So
Yeah, like he, with the funniest thing with him, I believe that he's his own gift and his own curse. First of all, it's a thin line between genius and insanity. Very very thin line,
yeah,
because some things that some people do that is genius can be looked at as crazy by other people. And one of the expressions that we say when we see somebody do something amazing, we're like, "Yo, that's crazy." You know what I'm saying? You think about it. And
right,
and Jay Z,
yeah,
Kanye, you crazy for this one. Kanye, you a genius, man. So I just think that
hmm
you know he picks his spots where whenever the camera's on him, he knows say or do something that is going to command the attention of everyone. So it started with George Bush doesn't care about black people. Then he went up there and said, Beyonce had the greatest video of all time. Like I said, it's just
yeah.
always a time where he goes and says something in these moments. And I'm telling you, it's a genius to that. And only certain people could do it. ODB did it. You know what I'm saying? And
hmm
for people who say he's off his medication, maybe he is. You know, but I know some people who I've seen people medicated before, and it ain't pretty for some people. Some people I've seen medicated, and I remember this kid I knew from my neighborhood, and it probably took him an hour to walk down the block. And I'm looking, and
Oh,
he's walking slow, but in his mind, I was like, I got a little coof now, and I'm a little passionate, but at that time in my life I was young, so I was kind of stupid. Like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why you walking like that? He's like, yo, I be hearing voices, and I'm like, yo, you wild out.
yeah.
But I said, but I said, why you walking so slow? He was like, I wasn't walking slow, but it was the medication that made him believe that he was walking regular speed. But I'm telling you, he was walking slow. A turtle could have passed him, or a snail, and that's how slow he was walking. And me
Oh no.
standing
Oh
there,
wow.
So yeah,
Whew.
the medication does something to you. And then sometimes too, I want to say that when you are gifted spiritually, and we have different gifts. I don't want to get spooky for people, but we do have different gifts. We do have sixth sense, and we do have different gifts. Sometimes them gifts, when not harnessed and controlled, can come off a little manic and weird. So when you say
Mhm.
certain things and you do certain things, certain people look at you like you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I used to have an intuition for certain things, and I used to just if I explain it, nobody will only certain people could verify because they actually saw it. In my house at one point, I used to play a game, and I would say when my phone rang, I would say who they was calling for, and they would laugh because I'll always be right, and I'd be like, "Yo, that's for you," and they'd be like, "How is it for me? It's your house." And I look at the phone, like, "Hello," and it's my homeboy's mother calling for him, and they're like, "Yo, how you know?" I said, "I don't know." You know what I'm saying? But we used to play a
Mhm.
game in the house. So for some people, you could look at it like, yo, I'm crazy. Like, how do I know this? How do I have this gift? And I think sometimes if we don't have the right outlet, the right people around us, people say, yo, you crazy. And then they want to medicate you. What the medication does, it
Yeah, exactly.
like some children are gifted and some children know things. And when I was young, I was considered to be a gifted student. You know what I'm saying? I was in a program called the IGC program, Intellectually Gifted Children. So I would get bored really easy because when I was in school, I would do all my work fast. Like they say read something, well I read it. But other people are sitting there reading and I'm like looking around like, so then I became very disruptive because I was advanced. So I would read everything before everybody else, right? So y'all sitting around and y'all waiting too long to read. So I want to play now. So I'm gonna be disruptive. So what did they say? I have a behavior problem. But it wasn't that I had a behavior problem. I was bored. I read the book already. And
Right.
when they gave us a quiz on the reading comprehension, I got it all right. So it wasn't that I read fast and I didn't understand. So I'm just saying to people, if you have a gift, which I believe Kanye West is gifted. What's his gift? I really don't know, cause yeah,
Absolutely.
cause sometimes our gift is beyond just entertaining
Right.
and
His
making music.
gift turned into his curse.
That's
You
why
know, his
remember
gift
I
turned
said that.
into his
Yeah.
curse.
So, but then his gift after his mother died, I believe that he didn't find a way to cope. Cause how do you grieve, right? How do you
Mhm.
what's the best way to grieve? What's the length of time to grieve? And I just think, when we go through trauma and we're traumatized, we have the same methods for coping. The same methods is I'm gonna drink it away, I'm gonna smoke it
Mhm.
away, I'm gonna smash it away, I'm going to or violent, or I'm going to lash out, or I'm gonna go. We have the same ways of coping. Nobody really goes to grief
Therapy, and
counseling.
they
Yeah,
should.
grief counseling. Nobody. We don't really have these coping mechanisms because it's like, especially for a man, um, we're taught to be tough. We're always taught to be tough. Like we
Hmm.
can't grieve. We can't. Come on, man. You in here crying. I remember one of my well, he ain't even my homeboy. I don't even rock with him no more. But his mother passed away, and I was like, yo, where's such and such at? And his baby mother was like, oh, he upstairs crying like a little bee. But his mother died. So
Oh.
I'm like, yo, why you saying that? Oh, because he been crying all week. I'm like, yo, but his mom's died. Like, but we're not allowed. And I remember my aunt told me that before. My aunt told me, my uncle is her Superman. So Superman always has to have his cape on. Superman can't turn into Clark Kent. Like she draws her strength from him. But then I'm saying to myself, so who does he draws his strength from if he ever has a moment where he breaks? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, and somebody said in the chat he was a mama's boy too.
He
You know what I'm
was.
saying?
His mother was very instrumental in his success. You know, she was always there with him at every moment and function and phase of his career. You know, you can tell that he looked up to her. They had a great relationship together, and that was, his first love as far as a woman is concerned. You know, he had a great love for his mom. And so for that to happen and for him to not grieve, for him to be in Hollywood, for him to be under, I'm sure different contracts to have to continue to, work and do this and do that and to perform, he just he did the things that you mentioned that people tend to do instead of actually dealing with, the actual process of coping and the actual process of grieving. And then he jumped into different relationships. And once he got married, it's like he just really changed to the
And
point where people just started saying, we miss the old Kanye.
yeah,
Like he
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
changed so
And
drastically.
and then right, he also blamed himself for his mother's death because he felt like she got caught up in the Hollywood vanity thing that she passed away from getting corrective surgery. And he said he got lipo himself. You know what I'm saying?
I was just thinking that
Yeah,
same
yeah,
exact thing.
yeah.
Like, how does that
Yeah.
work?
So she got
It
corrective.
seems like
Yeah.
just out of, respect and, memory for her, he wouldn't do the same thing that, you know, she did. So that's why I'm saying it seems like a lot of mental, psychological, and MK Ultra malfunctioning going on with Kanye. And, you know, if he's he's not in Hollywood now, but even with him being in Wyoming, he still doesn't have
Yeah, right. Like,
any,
what's in
you
Wyoming?
know, he doesn't have any black, you know, like women, black support system, like black family members. I guess he just now recently somewhat rekindled his relationship with his father, but it still isn't fully there because during his rally, you know, when he had the cry, he was, you know, talking about his dad not being there and
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
wanting to abort
So he got
him.
daddy issues
So
too, though.
yeah.
He got daddy issues. You know, it's funny. Is somebody in the chat that's been saying stuff for a little while, and they're really getting on my nerves. And they said, yeah, they're really
Let me
getting on
look
my
into the
nerves. And they,
chat.
yeah, and they said, nobody knows him personally. I actually know Kanye West. So what are you talking about? Now, again, the person that I knew is not the person that I see today. You know, so how could you say who knows somebody personally when you don't even know you don't even know what you're talking about?
And
You know,
for the person who said that, did you not read the title of the video? We are
acted.
reacting
Thank you.
to what we witnessed that took place last night at his rally. Why? Because he's doing this all in the light of what, you know, being a presidential candidate. So this is something that needs to be spoken about. If he's saying he's someone that wants to be the president of where we're living. So for you to say, oh, we don't know him, well, now's the time to get to know him. If he's running and he's saying that this is, you know, the job he wants to take on.
Shout out to Global Media Inc. for the donation because he could possibly be your president. Anything is possible. Uh, anything is possible. With this country, right? We who
2020 has shown us that.
listen. We would never listen. I'm gonna be real with you. I would have never ever thought in a billion years that 45 would be the president, right? I would have never thought that.
Exactly.
And then just to see that sometimes I still look like, yo, hold up, this is really happened. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yo, this is still really, this is really happening. This really happened, and it is what it is. So when and then and this was the other thing that I thought. This was my theory that I had. I'm not really into politics too much.
No, same.
I know about local politics. Like I know a lot of local politicians, city councilmen, and I know them personally.
Right.
But in what year is it? I think this was I'm not sure the year. It could have been 2000 or 96. I know it was Al Gore against Bush
Oh yeah,
Jr.
that was 2000.
What
Yeah.
what happened was Al Gore won the popular vote, but he lost the electoral college. So Bush became the president, and Ralph Nader was on the ballot, and I think he was a part of the Green Party. So what Ralph Nader did was Ralph Nader came and took all the votes from Al Gore because he wasn't going to take them from Bush. He took them from Al Gore. So I remember I was in the gym working out, and I remember the owner of the gym was like, somebody needs to tell Ralph Nader to get off the ballot because he's taking the attention away from Gore, and when they're going, it's either going to be Gore, Nader, or Bush. But Gore and Nader is fighting for the same people, but Bush got his people, and any swing voters that might go to Gore, they're going to go to Nader. So a lot of times when they fall out, they'll endorse, and Ralph Nader say, okay, I don't want to be president, but everybody go and vote for all my people go for Gore.
Right,
So
like what Bernie did with Biden.
yeah, fact. So what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking that Kanye and Trump is down together, right?
Of course.
And
Of
I
course.
think Kanye is going out there and say, look, man, get some of them blacks away from, get some of my African Americans from, uh, get them from, Biden. You know, get them from Biden and help me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the
Hmm.
polls, he's losing to Biden. You know what I'm saying? He's losing.
Yeah.
And and Biden definitely got the black vote 100%. So if Kanye could come in and take the black vote from Biden, then Trump is gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then at the same time too, we know president. I mean, we're gonna be really realistic. We know presidents are selected, not elected. We're gonna be real. You know what
Right,
I'm
which
saying?
is why they have the electoral college kind
Yeah.
of to let us know on the slide, like y'all can vote, but we can always have have our choice. That's what the
But the
electoral college
electoral,
is.
but the electoral college, got got in place because some the popular vote doesn't mean anything, and some of the states are bigger than other states, so they gave some states the electoral college votes because it became over popular vote. Then Texas could beat out Rhode Island and alone. So if you win Texas, it doesn't matter what the people of Rhode Island. So that's why they did the electoral college
Right.
allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But this
Exactly.
is all like me, man. Like I really looked at it. The super chat is open too, by the way. The Cash App is open too. I ain't gonna
The
lie to you.
Cash App is $ Doggy Diamonds, and hit the like button when you step into the room, or if you're watching and if you haven't hit the like button yet, thumbs up the video.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, I'm a little. I could be a little heartless sometimes. Like I'm gonna be real with you. I only really show a heart to the elderly and children. I'm gonna be real with you. The elderly and children, I got a soft spot for them. But grown men who's self-proclaimed billionaires and geniuses, and I got all this money and I'm this and I'm that. I don't really be sympathetic towards them because you're acting like you have everything you want in life, and obviously something is still wrong. Like because you getting up there, I would kill my daughter. I was like, yo, hold on, what happened? What just happened? And I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even watch it, but we're almost always forced to look at the replays because people run with it, and then it's like, oh boy, I gotta go. When I do my media thing, I gotta talk about this because this is what everybody's talking about. But I'm gonna be real with you. Like other than that, I don't really care. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like
And
I
this is
really,
something Exactly. This is something that's not really, it's more so of a distraction amongst all the other things that's taking place and that Black people have to be, focusing on. But this still does matter in a sense because, when Kanye kind of resurfaces, sometimes he'll splash some truth, sometimes he'll splash some information, but it's always is interesting and to kind of hear where he's coming from, what side does he stand on now? Like, is Kanye coming back or not? Everybody wants to know, is the old Kanye ever coming back?
nah, that dude gone. Let me ask you
He's
something.
long gone.
Could you
Sunken place Kanye.
you
He's
know what's
long. Kanye is gone.
you know what's funny? And I think I'm gonna get some people on here to talk about it. But I don't have an opinion, so I wanna ask people what they think. I see a lot of people dislike Trump, but I don't know why. Right?
Hmm.
My dislike for Trump only comes from one thing. The Central Park Five. I don't like the way he handled that. I'm from New York. I'm out here. I was a little kid when that happened. He took out page ads
Hmm.
and all that and condemning them, and they were vindicated. He still never apologized. So I have a problem with that. So I always wanted to
Right.
ask people what they why do they dislike Trump? And I don't is that a NutriBullet you drinking out of?
Um,
The
it's
Nutri-
kind of something similar.
That's the NutriBullet cup, right? The magic bullet.
No, it's a different brand, but it's
Oh, we're
similar.
not endorsing anything. You know what I'm saying? We're not endorsing anything. But
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. But I just wanted to know I just really want to know why do people dislike him, and I just think that I just think it became a thing of, oh, you don't like him, I don't like him, you don't like him, but I need some people to articulate why, you know what I'm saying, and I really,
Right.
yeah,
I feel like a lot of people have an issue with Trump because they want to get on the
yeah,
bandwagon.
yeah, yeah,
Like some people don't even know why they have an issue with Trump, and then some people don't even know why they like Biden. Like they're on
yeah.
the bandwagon to like Biden, and they're on the bandwagon to dislike Trump. So it's like, what are the real reasonings as to why you want to vote Biden, and what's the real reasoning as to why you dislike Trump? Because some of his policies has helped the black community. Now I'm not saying, oh, I'm for either of them. Some of his
Listen, ain't it?
policies.
But I don't want to cut you off. Isn't it sad, right? I think it's sad that in 2020, in the age of information, with everything that's going on, we have to throw out disclaimers and we have to always say something based off our political opinion. Like me, right? I'm the type of person that, yo, if you like Trump, I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
I'm
No,
not
I
trying
don't
to.
either. But see, I'm not someone that's saying like, oh, I'm for Trump or oh, I'm for Biden because I just know more information as it relates to politics. But, at the same time, if someone is saying they're for Biden, if someone is saying they're for Trump, okay, let's have a discussion so we can, talk about why.
Me, but see, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care why you like what you like. You know what I'm saying? I don't care why, like, because I think that, it's like, if I say I'm a Yankee fan and you say, no, I like the Mets, like, it's times where, and I do a lot of social experiments because I like to deal with people on a psychological level, right? So sometimes I'll say, I might go on Facebook and I might be like, yeah, I really like cranberries. I love cranberries. And then somebody will come on my post and say, nah, I don't like cranberries. I like cherries. And it's like, well, I didn't ask you. So it's like we're in a time where everybody feels like they have to offer this information and always offset what you said. And it's like, yo, man, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I
And
don't
a
care.
big part of that is that, especially in the quote unquote black community, a lot of people feel as though they have to just tiptoe through the tulips, and they have to just coddle people's feelings and thoughts, and almost almost like egg on people's just total confusion and ignorance, and that they think is just so blissful. It's like we just have to get past that. If someone said, some people feel like hold your vote. Some people feel like they don't vote and won't. Some people feel like, oh, Biden's our last hope. Some people feel
Yeah,
like,
right.
no, Trump is doing the best that he can, and we've gotten the most that we've gotten out of Trump. So it's like it's divided. There's no type of common ground when it comes
And,
to
and
black people. It's just like
and I think a lot,
various.
and I be tripping because a lot of times that people really, really be straddling the fence. They be like, yo, I can't stand Trump. I
Yes.
don't like Trump. But when he's sending in that stimulus money, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, like
Exactly.
it's like at the end of
Oh
it
my
all,
gosh.
at the end of it all, I never wanted to be the person that stood before people and sway people into what I think. I can tell you what I think, but I want you to read, I want you to research, I want you to figure it out on your own, And I also don't have time to be going against people who don't agree with me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I don't have no time to be voting against people. I mean, vote. I'm reading at this. Cut it out. Going against people because they don't agree. Yo, you don't agree with me, fine. But I be seeing people. I want to debate you. Yo, listen, man. I will listen. Listen. Don't get your jaw tapped, all right? Because I don't have time to be playing with nobody on YouTube because you don't agree with me. I'm not an influencer. Well, maybe I do have influence, but I don't influence people. I just tell people to look up for yourself. If somebody got on here right now and say, yo, I like Trump, it would be some people in the chat room like, oh, why you got him on there? And they get mad at me, but not understanding as media, it's my job to give people a platform to either express themselves, and if they don't articulate and express themselves a certain way, I'm going to get them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fool where you can sit before me and just say anything and I'm in agreement. I'll let you talk. And then if you let some people talk long enough, they look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? But how do we know if we never speak to people? You know what I'm saying? Somebody said something in the chat room, Ray's Realm, I'm gonna say your name. Said weapons of mass distraction, Amari Baraka. Who I really, really liked, Amari Baraka. His son Ross Baraka is the mayor of New Jersey. When
And
people,
was in that Malcolm X documentary that everyone should watch on Netflix if you haven't
yes,
seen it.
when people say distraction, right? What exactly are we getting distracted from? Cause I'm
We're
getting,
getting distracted from so many things. We're getting distracted from all. Was that a rhetorical question, or did
no,
you
I
were you
think he was,
asking?
no, I think he was, well, it is a rhetorical question because I might have a different take on it. So my thing is,
Right.
I don't feel like me, the individual, Doggie Diamonds, speak for me. I don't feel like I can get distracted, right? The mission is
Mhm.
always the mission. You know, if you know, it is what it is, but I feel like people who were never focused can get distraction because I think many things are trends with people. So
Yep.
I don't want people who are trendy, right? I don't want people who are trendy anyway. I want people who change the way they eat, change the way they think, change the way they live, change the way they carry self, and they're really on about this. I don't like when people are trendy anyway. Like it's a trending topic to feel this way. Like, you know, because we could talk about Kanye, we could talk about Org and Jada and Will, and we could talk about Nicki Minaj's pregnancy. We could talk about Meg Thee Stallion. We could talk about all of that. But at the
Right.
end of it all, Breonna Taylor still's been no
You
justice.
see what I mean? So those are examples of forms of distraction right there. Basically that can be considered forms of
But what are
distractions.
we
But
supposed to do to get her justice?
you see what I mean? So sometimes even when we're in the midst of distraction, like we still can't even be able to solve or fix they're distracting us about. You see what I mean? So it's like all we can do individually is stay focused at best as we can, but some of the things that are created as distractions from what's taking place, we don't have enough, influence or pull or resource or whatever it might be to deal with what is taking place, and that's an example right there.
But people,
That's a prime example right there.
but this is the thing. I can only speak for me. I have I have a goal. Nothing can distract me from that. And I'm gonna be real with you. Me, my comrades and the people who I'm with every day, I'm always at a point where I call them and say what's going on. You know, you still this, that, and the third, right? I don't have time to care about what people down the block is doing. I don't care if they distracted. They never was focused in the first place. See, the object of the
See
game
what I
is
mean?
get them focused. If they want to be focused in the first place, that's one thing. Many of them are not focused in the first place. They how could they be distracted from something that they never cared about? It just was a talking point. It was just a whole.
Hmm.
It was just
It
something
was
to
just
talk about.
trending.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a trending topic for me. My thing is, I haven't stopped doing anything that I'm supposed to be doing based off of what's going on in social media. I just started going live, frequently because I wanted to talk to the people a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
at the end of it all, I can't get distracted. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to go get on my treadmill. I'm still going to eat a certain way. I'm still going to do what I need to do. So I'm distracted from what? Because my goal is my goal. So when people be like, "Oh, this is a distraction,"
Exactly.
like, "What, you stupid? How could I get distracted?" You know what I'm saying? And
But a lot of people are easily distracted though, because it's difficult for them to be able to lack focus, or they just get caught up in that whirlwind of what's trending, or they feel like they have to see every new news story or every new headline, so they're going so much out of their own self that they're their own distraction.
But see, this is what I'm saying. You're distracting you from yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you're neglecting what you should be doing for you. Because like I said, it's people who get up, get on their Obama phone, look at what everybody else is doing in the world, and they're mad and angry. Look, and they're mad and angry, and they've been laying in bed since 2 p.m. and all they trying to figure out is who they can call to get them high after they looked on social media hating on everything and hitting dislike
Oh
on videos and
gosh.
stuff like that. You're distracted from yourself. But August Alsina smashing Jadakiss can't distract me from what I need to do in life. Even talking about it is not a distraction, because at the end of the day, I still want justice for Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that
Right.
enough.
And people were so caught up in that entanglement that they entangled their own selves because
Facts.
no one gave the attention or energy to what was taking place to those children
Yeah.
that were placed on that website and were hidden underneath
The
furniture with
Wayfair
their
thing, yeah, the
name.
Wayfair
You
thing,
see
yeah,
what I
because,
mean?
but see, this is the thing. This is why I talk to people about donations, and I talk to people um support, because when we have
Right,
these
because
meetings,
we can't talk
we
like
can't
this
talk like
without
this
YouTube.
freely, because they're gonna get on some BS, and it's like at the end of the day, if I want to present a good presentation, that everything costs money. Like everything costs money, right?
It does.
So when you have certain points, and you and nah, I gotta get you out of here because you're being
What's
disrespectful.
going? Let me peek into the
Yeah,
chat.
somebody
What's going
said,
on?
nah, they said something disrespectful, so you gotta go. Never gonna disrespect my co-host. So
What did he say? I didn't fully see what he said, but
nah,
what did he say? I saw my name.
yeah, it was something sexual towards you with me, and we're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
What?
But you know what
Nah,
though?
I want to see
Yeah,
what he said.
you can see it, right? Can't you see it?
Let
You
me
you're a
see.
moderator. You can see it. But at the end of it all,
Oh, that's so extremely disrespectful.
yeah. But
Baby Lane
you ain't got to
Stanfield.
worry about him no more because he's banned. He's out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
extremely
Yeah, we
disrespectful, and
not
it's
gonna.
full of lies. Like,
Yeah,
see
but
that he's a distraction right there in the chat room.
facts. You know what
That's
I'm
just
saying?
ridiculous.
Yeah. So you said he was unhidden, so that means I can see him. Did you reban him? You have to
Uh-oh. No, I hope I didn't click the wrong button.
Yeah, I think you unhid him. You gotta
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you gotta get him out of here. But
No, I
yeah.
thought I.
So
Okay, let's see.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the end of it all, you know, believe it or not though, it's gonna be many people that agree with everything Kanye says. Cause I find that a lot of people like to play devil's advocate. A lot of people like to, this is not a half a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? Just have them people,
Hmm.
and again, people are. I'm starting to find that a lot of people are really saying stuff for attention. So you have it's like the trolling thing, as is it's okay to be that now. Like it's okay, and that's what I think Kanye West is, like a glorified troll. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
I
who's a
mean, just for the fact that he jumped into this race and it's almost August,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
the election is supposed to be what, in November? So it's like, how does that even work? So that right there just lets you know he just wanted to get caught up in the mix for some buzz, for some attention. He's working with Trump, and then it's also just mental things as well. So it's just a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what are you voting this year? Well, I don't like people. I don't act asking people that. I'm wrong to ask you that because it's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had people say to me, "Are you voting?" And I might will depend on how I answer. People get furious. Like I said, listen.
You know what? This is what I'm just gonna say. Since people, especially black people, but all people, can be very emotional when it comes to voting and very defensive when it comes to someone not agreeing with them
That's what I was
or,
saying
with.
earlier. Yeah. People will
So,
unfriend you on Facebook. They'll block you. They'll listen. I have videos made about me. You know what I'm saying? The dude who came in the chat the other day said he took the video and made a separate video about me, try to speed up my
wow.
voice and all that. And but then I'm wrong when I get your YouTube shut down. You know what I'm saying? But you're stealing my content and being disrespectful at the same time. So it's just like, yo, it's just like you know, at the end of it all. And again, you have some people in the chat room. I've seen many people say Kanye told some truth. You know what I'm saying? And yo, homie, with the whatever your name is, Amin Bey, whatever. Listen, man, you go where you go with your thoughts and your way of life. We say black over here, all right? So if you got a problem with that because you're a Moor and you don't want us to say black, don't
Okay,
come on my channel.
let me tell you,
Cause
I don't
that's
want. I'm
annoying to
sorry if
me,
I'm
man.
messing up your name, Arusha
Nah, don't even
Amin
say his name because
Bey.
we ain't even gonna give him no light. But I get tired of y'all have y'all little doctrines and y'all have y'all way of life. Yo, that's on you. Do not come on what I'm doing trying to disrupt or saying what you say. We say black, all right? So if you got a problem with that, just don't watch me. Period. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
here's what I want to say to him. I get all of the different, I get what he means when he's saying the whole crayon thing. But when I'm saying black, I'm just like speaking in a way to where it's like kind of common ground, like where everyone kind of just knows that term I'm speaking. So whoever is listening, wherever they might be at, they just know that term. I'm not trying to get into the whole name thing about it. So that's all I'm going to say about that. It's not me being uneducated. It's not anything other than that. But yeah. But see, that goes back to me saying how people get extremely emotional and defensive, and
Exactly.
that's why when it comes to asking questions about are you voting, or if we use the term black, or if we don't say,
But see,
whatever it is, it's always going to be
look, this is
some.
what I'm saying, but that has something to do with your doctrine. This is what he believes, all right? So he has something wrong with people saying that. Then you have shout I'm not trying to disrespect my audience, but then you have some people say melanated people is what he means, but everybody has melanin. So what is melanated? Everybody has melanin. Some people are a little bit melanin deficient. They don't have as much melanin. So we can't even be melanated.
It's like, so then we have to say carbon,
Yeah, so
or
yeah,
highly melanated. I mean,
and then carbon is a element. This is what I'm saying. So this is the reason why you will never get justice. So you got justice though. Come on, man. Stop it. You know what I'm saying?
okay, let
Stop
me
it.
just,
At the end of look, at the end of it all, right? At the end of it all, I don't care if you call yourself salad dressing. What that got to do with me? You just if look, if you don't want to call me, somebody I said August smash Jadakiss. I meant Jada. Y'all know what I meant. Anyway.
he's saying this is the reason why we won't get justice, but when has anyone, like, has he gotten justice?
That's
Has
what I'm
any of
saying.
his people, has
You
any
here
of
with
his
us
people
too.
gotten
But
justice?
you here with us too.
Like, no people that are black, that consider or call themselves black, Moor, Hebrew Israelite, Nuwapian, there's so many different names, melanated or aboriginal, indigenous, whatever it is, have not received justice, because we all are on the same level playing field, regardless of if you're mailing in documents or this, that, and the third. Like, we see that a lot of these buildings are closed right now anyway. So just stop it. Like, you're saying this is why we're not going to get justice. None of us have gotten justice. That's a part of the problem and why we're in the situation that we're in. So it's like, why not actually work together? Why not actually come together? Why not actually have unity and think about solutions instead of still being divisive, like, oh, I'm this or oh, I'm that? It's just too much. Because some people will actually be ready to debate you and say, no, we're actually Atlanteans. We're indigenous to Atlantis. Or some people would say, we're, so just stop it.
Look, at the end of it all, I had to cut my air conditioner on because it got hot. So hopefully it doesn't mess up the audio too much. But I had to cut the AC on because it's hot. But at the end of the day, right? But Busters, this is what's dope. And this and before we get out of here, because we almost at the hour mark. And I don't like to stay. I'm not one of them people who like to stay on here for 4 hours and talk to y'all. I be seeing some people lives like 7 hours. Like, oh,
Right, but before you make that point, I just want to say this about when you asked me if I was going to vote, and I was going to say this. This is what my response is going to be. I'm not, because people are emotional and have their issues and dealings when it comes to this voting matter. I'm just going to say this: regardless of either party, we really truly don't have a leg in this race. Things are going to go down and unfold how it already is going to. So it's best for you to just make sure that you got yourself right, you got your household right, and that you're ready for whatever is going to come or for whatever is ahead of us. And I'm just going to say that, because if you are a Black, Moor, melanated, carbon, Nuwapian, Hebrew, whatever we're calling ourselves, and you're feeling that Biden is going to be our last hope, or whatever you're feeling it's going to be, just don't put all of your hope or your tears or your energy into that, because when has it, just like he mentioned justice, when has the justice ever came? So do you think it's going to come now because of Biden? Like, just stop it.
or Trump again. But see, the whole thing is this, right? This is why when we I didn't hear you for a minute. You were saying something?
Oh no, I was
Oh,
just
okay, yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like,
Oh,
that's
you,
why I
yeah,
said
because
you
I seen
don't
your
have a
mouth
leg.
moving. I'm like, what in the karate movie is going on here? I seen her mouth move, but no words came out. But look, at the end of it all, right? Um, we have ourselves as a people. We have different identifications of how we feel about ourselves, how we identify ourselves. What I realize is that we suffer from an identity crisis where we keep talking to each other and telling each other what we are or what we should be, right? Now listen, why are you so worried about what I'm not or what I call myself? If what you call yourself works for you, make it work for you. Don't you know that your work is what determines whether people is going to follow you or not? So you need me to call myself something, to identify myself something, to make your work work? No, if your work is working for you, you should be good. Why are you worried about me and what I call myself? That's what I don't understand with people.
Okay.
People are so busy because I don't want to go back and forth with him. You know what I'm saying? I
No, this
don't.
is going to be the
Go ahead.
last time I
Okay.
address him, because he just said you don't have a nationality. Black is not a nationality. Okay, so this is going to be the last time I address him, but I have to get this point out because it's necessary.
Go ahead.
There's plenty of people. Let's just for an example say, let's use Africa as an example. All of those different continents in Africa with all different flags, and all those different people have a different nationality in every different continent. They have a different flag in every different continent, but they are still being thrown into the water over there. They are still having their arms and feet chopped off over there. They're still being sold into slavery over there. They're still going through all sorts of horrible things over there. So stop making it seem as though, we have no representation and it's because of nationality. No, it's because of good versus evil. At the end of the day, regardless of if we have a flag or if we have, it's about knowing who you are on the inside. And truth be told, since we are the forefathers and foremothers of humanity, that means that our title or our names go beyond just more anyways. There were names before then. I mean, that's what the whole Nick Cannon issue was about with being Hebrews. So just stop it.
But look, at the end of it all, right? When you look at stuff, this is what people wake up for every day. They wake up to try to convince people what they are and what they aren't. And what I'm saying to you, right? If I thought I was blue, and I was blue with good health, wealth, and happiness, It just is what it is. That's just what I think. And why, if I think I'm blue, why does that bother you? You understand? You don't have to identify with me. Sometimes, like when people say, "Yo, I'm this," I say, "Cool, be what you are, but don't try to influence me and mine with that." That's the, it's almost like is see now, but see if but look, some people would say we're not Moors or Hebrew. Some people would say we're Moors. Some people say we're Hebrews. Like this is an argument that just keep
Right. Some people will
going.
say we're from Turtle Island, so we're those people, or
Yeah, like
we're from Atlantis, so we're those. I mean, there's so many different names and titles, so why not just look at it as we're all of those titles because our asses have been here for that long? What's the division about? It's just ridiculous.
but at the end of it all, we are arguing frivolous things because when the boys come in the room and they come in to kick some tail, they never asked anybody what they were before they bit you in your head with a nightstick.
You see what I mean? Not just that, but
They
we
just
can
look
even,
at you.
you know what? Not just that, but what about quarantine? What about wearing masks? Like, is anyone, or what about this VACCI? I'm just gonna spell it because I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
say it
yeah.
because of the video. This that they're trying to push. So where's the justice in that? Who's getting justice from that? We're all on the same equal level playing field when it comes to what they're throwing at us. That's
Yo,
why I said all you can.
and I do want to say this because it is two people, Joshua Lynch, shout out to you, and Mr. Magic, shout out to you. They did say two things that made sense. They said, y'all better, Joshua Lynch said, y'all better than me because I wouldn't have gave that much energy for someone that disagreed with y'all opinion. That's true. And then somebody said, he took over with a meaningless comment. You know what? Yeah, let's just, yeah, we could just move on because we talking
No,
about,
that is true.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so, yeah, because, at the
But
end of,
it's necessary to have these type of talks though,
it
because
is,
this is a part of the division that we have amongst
facts,
the
yeah, yeah,
community.
yeah, yeah.
This right here is the reason why we haven't gotten anywhere for generations. It's because of stuff like this. It's because we can't all come together on common ground and say, okay, look, we're not gonna say we're not gonna do all these different, name tags and this, that, and the third, but this is the common goal. This is what we're gonna do about it. This is we haven't done that.
Yo,
We haven't done that because
it's
we're
like,
caught up in the little
you
things.
know what it is? It's conscious gangbanging. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's conscious gangbanging. And people are really angry and mad at you and will come at you because you call yourself or you identify with something. You know,
And
now,
it's people are so woke that they're actually asleep. It's
facts.
just it's just like it's too much because with all of this, back and forth online, it's like, will there where again, where is your justice? You're questioning where's our justice?
That's why I
Where's
said,
your justice?
what is
And
your
maybe
justice?
if we all came together under one umbrella as just a nation of
Man, I
indigenous
don't
beings.
listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't wanna join hands with some people. I just don't want to do
I'm,
it because at the end of the day,
I'm past that point
listen,
too.
because
I'm
at the
past that point
yeah,
too,
because at
and
the end
that's
of the
why.
day, when people
No,
when you
I'm
don't
past that
agree with
point too, and
people,
that's why I was saying the best thing we can do is only focus on our own individual households and only focus on our own individual selves because we're past the point of communities, and it's because of things like this. It's because people are willing to sell us out. It's because people have different agendas. We're past the point of community. At this point,
yeah,
all we can do is try and have spirit family or a small tribe of people that we trust. It could be like a small circle of people that if things hit the fan, okay, we can barter, okay, I trust this person, okay, things like that. But as far as community, no, because there's too much divisiveness, there's too much self-hate, there's too much just drama, too much distractions, different agendas, agents, like
it's
everything,
too
and I
much.
have no time for it.
Look, and it's too
Have no
much.
time for it.
It's too much. Not. It's too much and not enough. STFU. That's what more people just need to do, right? My thing is
Yeah.
this. I look at people, and for the past, I say four years, people have been online arguing about what we are, but what they all are is not doing too well. Again, what you
You
said,
see
right?
what I mean?
You said you have people who want to tell you I'm this and their teeth is falling out, they got a brown tooth in their mouth. I'm like, yo, I'm not following you with that. Like, because at the end of the day, you have to lead by example. That's how people sway people into beliefs. You know what I'm saying? And this is, at the end of the day, it's still what you believe, because you can't. We are different people. We different people from, we were all over the planet. We're
That's what
all
I'm
over the
saying.
planet. So how could you say we're all this? We've come from all over the planet. And some people can trace their lineage back to here. So how are you trying to tell me I'm from here and we're all from here if I could trace my lineage to there? That's the
Not
problem.
just that, but if you travel anywhere in the world, you're going to see a quote unquote, what they call Aborigine there. You're going to see the original people of that landfill, like of that region, that is going to be brown, copper, black, indigenous, melanated, Moor, Hebrew, whatever you want to call it. You're going to see one of us there. So that enough should be, that in itself should be enough for us to say, okay, let's not get caught up in the name calling with each other, and let's just focus on actual solution and survival at this point, because we're, like I said, it's an equal level playing field. I don't see anyone out here, with their justice or doing too much better, unless maybe they sold out, but then again, they aren't doing too much better with their soul. So it's just, we
You
just can't do this to each other. It's too draining. We
Yeah,
can't do this to each other.
but at the end of it all, right? I'm not trying to offend anybody, because I got homies from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? I don't care
Same
about.
here.
I don't care what your ideology is, your political stance, what you think your birthright. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you good to
Exactly.
me, and as long as you cool with me, cool. So
I'm the same way.
I
I rock with
remember,
Moors. I
yeah,
rock with, Hebrew Israelites. I rock with some people that are still underneath the Christian umbrella. I rock with, all with Muslim brother and sisters. I rock with anyone who has respect for me and the betterment of humanity, regardless of your ideologies or practices, as long as you aren't out here harming children, out here harming,
beating
other
women,
people
yeah,
out in
yeah, yeah,
society,
yeah,
then
yeah.
we're good.
Yo, but you know what's funny, right? My cousin was speaking to a Hebrew Israelite, and I don't want to single them out, but I'm just, like to talk about the thing, right? So he said he said, so all right, if we all turn into Hebrew Israelites, then what? And his reply was, well, then we all just got to sit back and wait for the Most High to come get us. And it was like, huh? That's what you think is gonna happen based off of what you read and what you study, but everybody don't agree with that. Everybody's not going to wait for something to happen. Some people are going to make certain things happen. And again, look, listen, what you believe and what you think is on you. You know what I'm saying? As for me, I'm a type of person, I just tweeted this out. I said, yo, I'm not more of a ask for help person. I'm more of a figure it out person. When I say ask for help, mean in how to do stuff. I'm more of a person that will just sit there and just figure stuff out. Like, I won't call you and say, yo, how you? I won't do that. I'll sit here and pick my brain and go, to another dimension to figure stuff out. But I think we,
Hmm.
this how we're ending this is very, very very, very, I don't know. This, shout out to everybody in the chat room. We've had previous chat rooms where people were a little bit more engaging and people were more cool and not so trolly, and they donated and then they added on. And I don't know. I think today it's just like I don't want to attract people who come in here and think that they could, you know, you're not gonna sway the vote here. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
You're definitely not gonna sway me ever. So just stop.
But this is the only time where they were able to get the attention that they were seeking, because now we just know you just get blocked, or either you just don't even, your comment doesn't even get addressed unless it's something that really needs to be addressed. I feel like the things that we said kind of is something that provokes thought, so people should kind of,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
problem having this type of conversation, but I don't feel like this is a conversation we should always continuously have, and this is the conversation we always continuously have. It's like we don't get past the point of
Yeah, because
who
a
are
person
we,
will
and it's
come
just
every a
ridiculous.
person will come every day, and and it's like people are triggered by words. You say we're not a crayon. I never said crayon. So only thing black is crayons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you saying, but yo, it ain't gonna work with me. It ain't gonna work with me because only reason why I don't debate and I don't say certain things to people because I don't want to disrespect the people who I care about from those communities. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
I don't follow certain things. You know what I'm saying? So as I had somebody in the chat room the other day that said, Doggie Diamonds, you coming on here and you helping spreading that Moorish agenda, that BS. And I say, why? Because I interviewed somebody who identified as a Moor. I'm media. I interview all types of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shout out to God is Supreme for subscribing. Your name came up on the screen. But yeah, man, Kanye West, we was talking about Kanye, and man, they took us somewhere else, man. I don't wanna do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't I don't uh I don't wanna do that.
It's
Like,
interesting because as soon as the comment came about distractions, the whole conversation just turned into the distraction taking place in the chat. So,
so
you
yeah,
know.
because he just said saying black is disrespectful. Disrespectful to who? If you feel like I'm disrespectful, then you could bounce. Period. Don't walk in McDonald's every day and saying the food is nasty. Period. You're not going to sway me. It's just not going to
I
work.
just feel like there's bigger issues
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that
like,
term.
yeah,
I mean,
like,
I get that it's triggering, but there's bigger issues than that term, and there's actual bigger oppression taking place than people who look like you know, using the term black just as a terminology that everyone kind of knows as we're referring to ourselves, like not in an offensive way, but you shouldn't be so triggered by that word when there's actually way worse things taking
but
place,
that's
and
their
there's
whole. But
actually
listen,
way
but I
worse
want you to know
oppression that you're
that's
facing than
their
from what we're
whole,
saying.
that's their whole agenda is to fight this word. And that's why nobody likes y'all. I'm gonna be real with you. That's why nobody likes you, because at the end of the day, if you disagree with somebody, the best thing to do is to show and prove, educate, and be respectful. Disrespect get met with disrespect. And if you don't agree with me, fine. Talk to me in private, but don't come on my platform trying to correct me. And you can't correct me. I'm telling you, you can't. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell me that something is making me, it's offensive to me. I should be offended. Shut up. Just shut up. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
Well,
look, at the end of the day,
right.
nobody cares. Nobody cares. Y'all could go to a million chat rooms. I could have many of y'all on. Nobody cares. Y'all been fighting that. Y'all been saying that for so long. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna listen to you.
But see, this is the only place where he can talk about it, is in a chat room, because in everyday life, no one's going to even give him any type of attention or energy about, you know, that word or how he feels about the word. He
Yeah,
can
but
only get that here.
yeah,
So
and it ain't never gonna happen again. Trust me, it's never going to happen again. I could find a way to end all of that in one. You know, it is what it is. And again, so I wonder. I do wonder. Grap Lover said something. I wonder if Kanye West is under some type of Is you think it's MK Ultra?
That's what I said.
Yeah, because I think
Yes.
because the MK Ultra is the word black for them. Like you need like it's like a certain word. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude be sitting there chilling, watching you. Yeah, us black people, we're not
Right.
black. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it is.
saying? Like
It is.
certain words just make people, just lose it. And it's like, yo, man, relax. You know what I'm saying?
And Kanye
Relax.
has publicly had MK Ultra glitches. Like there's a lot of videos showing him do that. And for anyone who might think that that's some form of conspiracy, you can look at Roseanne Barr, the comedian and actress from the Roseanne Show. She did an interview with RT talking about MK Ultra in Hollywood and things that she has seen, just in case if you want to actually hear it from someone who was there and lived a life and don't want to hear it from us.
No, but I mean, it's not even a conspiracy. It's actually government. Uh, it's government proof. But see, my thing is this, right? Who? It's almost like this. If you have a dog, then when you let him outside, he goes outside and bites people. Don't the like? At what point do they say to Kanye, you gotta sit down somewhere. Like who's letting him outside? Like you know what I'm saying?
But
He's
they
like the
let him
kid.
out to do
He's
stuff like
Yeah, so
this
I'm
because
saying he's
it's
like
not
the
a good look.
yeah, he's like the
It's not
kid.
like he's stepping out making himself look good.
Yeah,
Whenever
he's
they let him out, he's making himself look bad.
yeah, and he's like the kid who goes outside and has a fight, and then you just like, oh, boy. But I mean, at one point, and the fact that he's a grown man, he kind of gets away with stuff. But I mean, people used to really get punished for the acts of others. You know what I'm saying? And it's like his wife and them get more money. Guess what I'm saying? Like people benefit from his crazy
Exactly.
behavior. His wife and them get more money, more fame. So it's like, yo, man, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said high school dropouts shouldn't be allowed to have kids. What are we doing? What did I do? What's going on here today? My chat room is what's happening? No, what does that have to do with anything? Some of the most uh successful people never went to high school. Like um for real. So ooh, I'm confused. You know what? I should just shout out to Star, right? From the Star Report. Star doesn't really deal with the chat room unless they donate. He doesn't really talk to them. He doesn't really interact with them. He does. He goes back every now and again, but he doesn't really he let them talk freely. And I think I'm going to I have to take a page out that book because I be seeing some crazy stuff sometimes and I'd be like, huh?
Right, like the thing that the man said earlier that was really disrespectful about me. It's just
But I
like
mean, at the end of the day, that was just like it's just dumb because again, I don't like when we sexualize our women. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I'm a type of guy who I can have a homegirl, a friend, and we don't have any history or past. Like at the end of it all, yo, I'm happy that I could bring some but see, this is my thing. I've always had feminine energy on my shows. Before this I had Coco, I had different people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to mess with you for you to, but it's like we
You see
can't
what I mean?
yeah, we
It
can't
just shows like just how low his state of mind is because I'm someone who really goes out of my way to make sure I'm not looking hypersexual or being sexualized. Like I'm the type of person I'm gonna wrap my hair sometimes. I might have just natural braids sometimes. Like I'm never showing body and stuff like that. I don't post the mirror shots on IG. Like I'm just always about the upliftment of our people because look at what we're going through
and
globally.
the sad thing about it is that you have to pick and choose the days where you wanna be I guess sexy because you know yeah, somebody says Star openly admits he supports the BS in his chat room. Yeah, You know what I'm saying? So everyone should have kids. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, because people, it's funny. And the messed up thing is that a lot of people just have this. I blame social media because everybody gets to voice their opinion, even if it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you have you have somebody in the chat room said people who drop out of school shouldn't have kids. Like this is that's it's like let me see your diploma. Oh nah, you're going to get an abortion, or you don't have a diploma. Oh, you got to get a what is it? A vasectomy for men? Vasectomy, right?
I mean, that's
You
a ridiculous
yeah.
statement because we have to think about, like, our great great grandparents, and before they were even in this, educational system that they have created since then, they were young, having like 10 children. They may
Facts.
have gotten married at like 16, 15 years old
Jump,
and
and
had
then
about
some of
10
them jumped the
children.
broom. Yeah,
Exactly.
some of them jumped the broom, but it's like,
Exactly.
oh, let me see your oh, you don't have a diploma. You ain't having no kids, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta wear this chastity belt because you until you get that piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, and you know what? I'm gonna be real too, right? A lot of our people are really, really are hurt, and a lot of people are um traumatized. And what they do is that they come on social media and they come online and they come on different platforms and they're traumatized and they just blurt stuff out, but they don't know. Again, when you say stuff, all you have to do is validate your statement. Have it to where a 4-year-old, a 14-year-old, 24, 34, and a 44 and a 54-year-old can understand what you're saying. That's really what it's all about. And you can't speak with so much emotion, because I don't care about your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about your emotions. So when Kanye just like, I'm gonna kill my daughter. Like when he start, I don't know. I started laughing. I was like, yo, what happened here? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I wasn't laughing because he was crying. I was laughing because I didn't understand how he segued into that moment.
No, and
Like,
I'm not
yeah, like I,
laughing at it either. It's just the
yeah, like
way that you say it.
I didn't understand how he segued into uh 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 into the abortion thing with his daughter, and my father was too busy, like too busy. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
But this is the same person who said that he looks up to Trump as a father. So Kanye has a lot of trauma inside of him, just like a lot of people in the quote unquote black community have a lot of trauma inside of them. So they take that trauma and spew it out either in the chat, or they take that trauma and they spew it out in the streets, or they take that trauma and they spew it out against each other. And it's like we should be at a point where we just stop doing that, because I get it. We have generational trauma in our DNA from different things that we have gone through, but it doesn't mean that we just continue the vicious cycle by doing it to each other. The only way we're going to be able to come to a point of healing, or to a point of being able to have what he said, justice or freedom, is by being able to actually be able to coexist with each other, be able to respect each other, be able to love each other like we once did in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, and beyond then. It's just time to get back to that point.
I do want to address one thing in the chat room. The last thing, I seen somebody saying, why don't you YouTubers give me money? Why you always ask for donations? And then somebody said the donate culture on YouTube is crazy. Um, some of us actually give you content. This content is free. You donate to Netflix. You donate to all types of people, right? At the end of it all, some of us, I can't say all of us, take the money that we get from people and actually step up their production to bring better things. You have a channel. It was called Phil the Advice Show at one point, and now it's called the African Diaspora Channel. But I watched him grow. I watched him get to like 1 million subscribers, and I watched his production step up to where it's like, wow, look at his step up. Some people um take your money and go, they get high right on camera in your face, you know what I'm saying? And they don't do anything great. They don't help. Some of us, giving you free content, giving you time, giving you a place to talk, to hang out and chill out. So I'm not, I encourage donations, the super chat is there. My cash app is there. I encourage it, but you're not going to get kicked out the room if you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, us black YouTubers, I've seen people from other cultures, yo, they get bread. They people just like, yo, we want to see you win. And they're already, some of the people already rich. You know what I'm saying? And they
Right.
still give them money to their YouTube. And now, like I said, for myself, this live stream me and you doing don't even look like the last one that I did. So I sat here, bought templates, did all types of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? In just that one day, look how I changed everything. You know what I'm saying? So this is what some of us uh ask for money for, so we can step our
Here's my
production up.
thing. Here's my thing. People, one moment they want to say support black businesses,
Yep.
and then the next moment, then they want to come and say, oh, why are people asking for like, do you have to ask the reason why people ask for donations? Maybe because corporations have taken over our communities and everything, and have to the point to where, when people want to have their own platforms and do things on an independent level, it takes money to create content and to do things. So don't say, support black businesses and Black Lives Matter, and then you don't actually care about wanting to support someone who looks like you, but you have no problem, giving the dollar to the Asian. You have no problem giving the dollar to the Arab. You have no problem giving the dollar to anyone outside of your community. You have no problem donating to Diddy with him and his family dancing, and he's already,
Facts.
what, a millionaire, billionaire.
Facts.
So
Facts. Yeah.
don't have an issue with someone, saying to donate, because little do you know, whenever we speak on platforms and we might speak some truth that YouTube hears or ends up not liking, then they're not going to monetize the video. They may
Oh,
even pull the video down.
yeah, and
You may even get shadow banned and not be able to do a video for a week or two.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
because
also the reason why it's give donations if you can, because it's like for people who want to actually help and be more, transparent and have real topics. In order to do that, it's like, well, it's being done for free. So is that necessarily fair? So if you don't have a problem spending $1 outside of yourself every single day with a corporation, whether it's Walmart, whether it's Target, whether it's the gas station, don't have an issue supporting black businesses and black media, especially if you feel like we don't have any of it. Well, we have it right here.
and it's funny too.
That's my issue.
Yeah, it's funny too, because the video that we did the other day, I'm trying to find my keyboard. The video that we did the other day, when did we become thought savages and demons? They didn't monetize that at all. But that was great dialogue, and that was
Exactly.
a great talk. And
And
they was
that
like,
was a great
yeah, and they
dialogue
was like,
for
oh nah,
any
y'all not.
brothers and sisters on this live right now who haven't seen it. Go back and watch that video. That video, no monetization, so no money made on that video, but
Yes.
watch it because of the points and the dialogue that's in there is going to be helpful. Especially if you're a mother, it's some information on there that you can pass on to your daughter. So it's just information. It's just things like that. Just wanting to try and hold ourselves accountable, wanting to try and pull ourselves together and not be so divided, not be so separated, especially during times like these. So, that's the reason why the donations are asked for. I mean, people never questioned the pastor when he passed around
Right.
the
Give you
collection plate.
look, let me show
But
them
when
let me
we
show them something. Let me validate what I'm saying. Let's do screen share really quick. Yeah. So look at this right here. I can show y'all the video just wasn't it wasn't monetized, so yeah, when we did that, they definitely didn't monetize that video, and we
And
had
it's
that.
all because we were uplifting our people and we were actually
Yep.
speaking facts as to how we went from where we were at to where we are now, and they didn't like it.
Yep. So Yeah, so that's why sometimes I know when we have certain topics, they are not going to they're not going to and it's funny though because like see with me I'm the type of person that I say you don't even always have to donate, just hit the like button, and people be like, I'm not liking it, how do I know I like it? Well, I can't win with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't win, and at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not NBC, I'm not CBS, I'm not any of, I'm not all of these people, but I do try to put on a great production for the people, you know what I'm saying? So and then
Right.
for my channel in particular, I have all these subscribers and they're not sending out my notifications to my audience. Some people who are subscribed saying I hit the bell and I'm not getting the notification. So they're doing something to my channel in particular. So I'm behind the scenes trying to figure out what is going on. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it is what it is, and then we always say, oh, we need our own platform. Yeah, but to have our own platform, we need sponsors, we need certain things, and
Right.
it's
They
just
see they see how they sunned Nick Cannon like that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
see what I
yeah.
mean? So, but meanwhile, this is an independent, quote unquote black owned media platform. So, why not? I don't see the problem with that. But I see someone in the chat said we've been hearing raised donation in the church, so we just scared of being pimped. So I want to address that. This isn't a pimping situation, and here's the reason why. If you were to be pimped, you can think about it like this. Doggie Diamonds could have sold out a long time ago.
Long time ago.
A long time ago. You don't think people were coming at him about trying to get that bag, and
They
he
still
got
do.
all these different interviews, Nicki Minaj, Kim, everybody.
They
You don't think
still
people were
do.
trying to pull him to get that bag, but he stayed with the community. So if you were being pimped, he wouldn't even be doing independent media. He could have left the community a long time ago, like a lot of people do.
They still are telling me, and it's people y'all know and love that they still saying, yo, you can't, you shouldn't talk about stuff like that, or you shouldn't, you shouldn't have certain things on your channel because this person is looking and that person is looking, like, you know how tough it is to deal with topics like child molestation and pedophilia.
See what I
I did
mean?
that years ago. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with that years ago when it wasn't cool to do. You know what I'm saying? Now it's cool to say certain things, but I've been there with that. First of all, the whole conscious community was on Forbes DVD, my website. You could look, I've interviewed everybody from the conscious community. You know what I'm saying? That people, the so-called woke conscious community. So, it is what it is. Yeah, Mermaid, I think you do have an echo when you speak, because I think when I on a playback, I think it is an echo.
I
It's
have an echo right now.
not, you got your microphone up? No, it just went and say something.
Am I still echoing?
It's your room though, definitely, because your room is not treated. But it might be an echo, whatever, man. It
Okay.
it
No, that's probably, I think the echo is probably coming just from the room, probably. Yeah.
it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But you know, nobody owes me anything. You know what I'm saying?
And then you left Viacom too for integrity reasons. So, I feel like people should look at people's track records before they, think that they're in a situation being pimped. Because I know there are people within our community, pastors, I don't want to mention certain people's names. We already know certain people's names who have done things like that to people, for them to feel this way. But just look at people's track records, I would say,
um
and see have they actually done stuff like that.
somebody said, when did I start broadcasting? What year? 2006. I started doing this whole thing in 2006. Back when YouTube, it's funny. Back when YouTube wouldn't give you no money unless you got like 100,000 views on the video. Then they'll say this video is eligible for monetization. Yeah, they used to do. They used to do a lot of crazy stuff. But you got anything you want to say before we close out? Cause I'm ready to get out of here. What I want to do though, I want to set up because even if I set up an email for you to get topics, they might start trying to send you um, um wild picture. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't, man. It's just, oh
Yeah,
man, like
See,
it's so
I
hard
don't.
to deal with our people, man. And I be wanting to. I'm telling you, I love interacting with people. I love it, but then it's just sometimes it just gets so strange, and I don't do strange. You know what I'm saying? Once stuff start getting a little strange, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Same
yeah.
here.
So yeah, so
Same here. So that's why I feel like something like that, maybe post that in like the community
yeah, yeah.
section,
Facts, yeah,
because
cause
when it comes to emails, sometimes people just want to do ridiculous things, and I
yeah,
don't have time like that. Integrity is very important for me, which is why I carry myself a certain way. I'm not trying to show my body, do none of that crazy stuff like that. I work with children. So that's another reason why I was offended by what the brother said in the chat. But that's something we can post in the
community,
community
yeah, yeah.
section.
Because I do want you know, that's why I take callers. I do a lot of different things to try to get people involved. I think that our voice has been stifled to whereas, you know, we can't talk on certain platforms. It don't matter, you know, and I don't like that. So that's why I always gave the voice to the voiceless, the unsung hero and hip hop communities and different things, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I do have mugs. I have mugs on Shop.Doggie Diamonds TV. Even that hat you see in the corner on the banner, that's a Keeper 1000 hat. I have different, you know, I have different things. I have a website. I have everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, YouTube partnerships is very hard to get. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was here before it was cool. Back when I wasn't even on camera, I would just do content. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Yes, I do have coffee mugs. Shop.Doggie Diamonds TV. I have no filter mugs. I thought I had my mug around here, but I don't. I have t-shirt. I have everything. I have a merch. You can see the no filter shirt in the pin to the thing. You know, like I said, for me, a like to me is good as a dollar. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
Right. Hit the like button
yeah,
and
hitting a
hit the
like.
notification
Yeah,
bell.
yeah, and you know, this is the thing. And people don't know, like, you know, with me and you, I talk to you behind the scenes about getting your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So people don't understand. Like I'm saying, yo, did you start your podcast yet? You know, like even when you did your design, you're like, what do you think about this design? And I never responded
Right.
to. I never responded to that. I thought about that. I never, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I've always been on you about getting your stuff together and getting things together, you know. And people don't understand that it is good, genuine people out here that love to see other people win. You know what I'm saying? And what I said to you, I said, yo, I definitely want to help you with my platform, get you so we could build your platform so you can do what you do. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, "Well, I put my website in the link." So let me do that really quick. Put the 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 website um to my it's in the description box. It's in the description box also, but yeah, let me just put it up there so anybody that want to go browse through and buy a mug, a hat, anything, a shirt, you know, you can do all of that. Yeah, where are we? I got so much things in this. Okay, yeah. Everything is right here. So what does the rest of your week look like?
Um, Work and just, you know,
Yeah.
staying out of the distractions.
Yeah, right. That's how when people be like, "Yo, what you doing?" Doing like we always do, Pinky trying to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? That's yo, I'm telling you, I just you know, every day sometimes I be up shout out to Grap Lover too. That's the homie. Definitely I don't do the legend thing though. I don't call people legends, but he's definitely put in his work cuz I don't like calling people legends. I don't like the way only because I don't like the way we treat our legends. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah, and
that's
we're the
another
only
show.
people who do it.
Yeah, you know,
We're
we
the
treat it.
only people who do it. Be your own people. We
Yeah,
do it to each other, and we have to stop.
we treat our legends bad, and I don't like it. So I don't deal with the legend talk too much, but he's definitely done some legendary things, you know, and definitely deserves all praise that he gets and all the accolades, you know.
Exactly. But in closing, I just want to let people know that they can find me on YouTube. It's Natural
Yes,
Mermaid, or you can go to naturalmermaid.com to check me out as well, or Natural Mermaid on Instagram.
Yeah, and go back to the previous videos and look how everything has changed. Also, I have some interviews dropping this week. I just interviewed J.O. Felony. Many people might not know who he is, but I was a fan of J.O. Felony. I just interviewed him yesterday. Unk from the Arm and Raw Squad is up. People were mad at that interview, but shout out to Unk. Also, I have Cambada, and I have
I got comments about the Unk thing too, so I just want to quickly go on record and say for
yeah.
for people who, you know, saw it and came to me like, you know, I saw you moderating in there and this, that, and the third about Unk. I don't agree with the rhetoric that he puts out, but what I will say is that I appreciate the fact that he does uphold Dr. Ben and John Henry Clark. You know, he utilized his freedom of speech, and I do respect the fact that he is, you know, clean and almost 30 years clean, and he found just a newfound life. So I think that's something that we can look at as a community in a good positive way, regardless of me not agreeing with us being primates and none of that other stuff that he was saying.
Yeah. But people are mad at him. But shout out to Unk, man. Unk is, you know, I think kind of misunderstood outside of when he's talking about certain things, and he does have a lot of information. He's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got Cambada coming up this week. And I have J.O. Felony. I have a artist out of Rochester by the name of Hovanisi, who was actually he was an engineer. He's a rapper, but he's a beat maker, engineer. He played some beat. He did something live. Y'all gonna see it. He did something live, like right on the screen. And like I said, if y'all look at some of them old interviews and you look at what I'm doing now as far as my production, you know, I definitely you know, step my game up a little bit, and we gonna go to new heights. We gonna get you a microphone. We gonna get you a setup to where you don't have no echo. I want you, because I'm gonna lie, I took donation money and look, I bought this mic. This is a Shure I think this is Shure 57, but this mic cost $400. That's why I sound so clean. So I took the money that I get from donations and everything, and I got a mixing board in front of me. Like, if y'all could see my setup, like I'm not gonna show y'all because if I move the camera, I got to set, but I got a mixing board in front of me. I got lights. I got, you know, everything, all the bells and whistles, you know, and yeah, it is what it is. But shout out to J.O. Felony. Shout out to everybody who support. Shout out to everybody who hit the like button. Follow this. You can see her Instagram at the bottom too. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in there. Do not send her no weird pictures because she'll block you. And yo, man, I thank y'all for supporting me as always. And let me sign you out, okay? And yeah, just stay like that, because I don't want you to sign out and you be like, they be like, yo, that girl is remedial. You know what I'm saying? So stay just like that. And I will holler at you later on. You ain't gotta say nothing. Just stay just like that. All right. I got a nice picture of her. See that? It's a nice picture. She left. She doesn't look like she she doesn't look like she wore a helmet her whole life, and like no disrespect to those type of people, but you know, she doesn't look that. But yeah, so yeah, I got a clean microphone. This is the same mic the Breakfast Club uses. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I sound good. I got a mixing board. I got an HD camera. I got everything. So when I get money, I definitely take the money and put it into productions. Because again, if I'm gonna present myself before y'all, I definitely want to I want to do the right thing. So it is what it is, man. I thank y'all for joining me. Please share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the notification bell. If you are subscribed, hit the bell anyway to make sure that you are getting the notifications, because you might not be. So with that, I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. It is 10 p.m. and I'm going to go get on the treadmill because I was really tired and lazy today. I didn't get on the treadmill and I feel bad. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm out of here. Next time. Till next time. Peace.